that'll save the day. Orders, dues, or rider, Rudy's Muzzy Dave. Come see those awesome toys on display. Figure Force.
And I just wondered, where are you with your collecting at the moment? Not necessarily YouTube, but where are you with your collecting? Where are you with your collecting? It's not escaped me. Let me just show you some of the things that are happening. My Hardcore Till I Die t-shirt from at least a decade ago, which I still wear quite proudly. New hair, short on both sides. None of the... Everyone seems to like it. Emily wasn't keen until I had it done. I'm going to keep the beard at this length for a little while. Figure Force. Loving it. Been busy. About to tell you what I've been doing. Don't worry, boys. I'm not losing interest, but obviously times they are a-changing. One of the main things I find really difficult about Figure Force is not swearing. So, all the cool stuff mug from Roll Out Roll Call. Look at that. Ooh, look. Barry Shaw, you sexy mother. Yeah, gonna open it later. Where are you with your collecting? Now, let's just tell the world, because something happened in my existence that I wasn't expecting to come along, which was... I'm having a baby! And so is Emily, and I'm not actually having the baby. She will be having the baby, because that's why I'm up early. It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning, and we've been... So I'm awake, and I'm all... Woohoo! So I found it quite difficult for a little while to talk about the whole collection thing, because obviously for 15 weeks now, there's been a little one on the horizon. So how I consider my collection has changed beyond all belief, because nothing can really change your life like being responsible for another one. So right, up until now, I'd sold one toy to someone that I didn't give a shit about, and it was just because I didn't really want that toy anymore, and I sold it. I can't even remember what it was. I sold one toy. And obviously, money has now suddenly become a very finite resource. Because without wanting to sound like an utter cock, because it's only been me and because it's only been Emily and we're both independently financially stable, when you join those forces and we put so much money into a joint account and make sure all the bills are paid over, what is ever left is ours, as long as the house gets looked after. If I want to buy 5 ridiculously big gigapowered Dynabots, then I bloody well can. 6 if you count this afternoon, because I bought a chrome gutter to replace the metallic one, which means I now own 2 gutters. I mean, this is stupid. But, so that's the point. I am now responsible, or will be responsible, late October, for the existence of another human being. So all of this ridiculous nonsense behind me, look, all of that stupid stuff, all of the stupid tat that I've got in the living room, all of those Dettol's, all of that stuff, suddenly means that this is just ridiculous, affluent wealth. Isn't it, really, ultimately? I mean, each of these things I've really enjoyed purchasing and owning and talking about at some point. But a lot of what's up there, I don't really give a flying shit about, because it's just ridiculously affluent wealth. And that's how the big change is at the moment, because my whole outgoing, my whole prospect of what I own, all of this stuff. What is it? What is it really? It doesn't. So I've sold a few things. So I've been threatening with Emily for a little while to sell some stuff. And then I came up with a deal with her a little while ago where she said, if you do this thing for me, I think it was go to McDonald's, or I don't know, something stupid like that, and she gets craving. She just wants to eat stuff all the time. And I was responsible for providing that for her. And she said, if you do this, then I will do your sales thread for you, which she lied about and never fulfilled on, if I'm honest, because there's lots of stuff that she didn't do, and she just went, fuck off, I don't care, which is kind of fair enough, because I should be doing it myself. Anyway, I put a list of toys up. Some of them sold, some of them didn't. But I made, like, 190 quid. If everyone pays up on what they've said they're going to pay up on, I put a load of stuff up for sale and I've made about 190 quid. And to be honest with you, I've already spent that on more toys because I'm changing the way I'm collecting, because the toys that I'm buying recently I absolutely adore, whereas a lot of the stuff that up here I've bought because it was out and because I was really in this horrible pit of I need it. If it's out, I need it. I need to be relevant because this is what I do. I do YouTube and I do social media, and we did a podcast, and I really felt like I needed to be relevant and current to be where I wanted to be, which at that time of being maybe pre-Emily, which is only 3 years, which is weird. In 3 years, I mean, 10 years ago, I was living in a house that didn't have any locks and had rats and black mould around the windows, and actually was very, very unhealthy for me. I was in a job that I hated, and I was depressed and miserable and eating like a horse just to make up for it, and I got really, really fat. And then I moved out and life got a bit better and I lost some weight. Now I'm hugely fat again because obviously the baby thing, I've just been sat there going, oh, how do I make myself feel better? Indecision goes away because I'm filling my face. These are the life questions that are bothering me at the moment. Can you see how all the tangents are going off, and they all revolve around bringing another little one into the world? So, I'm going to fairly regularly, between now and the monkey turning up, sell the shit that I'm not that into, and use that money, in the main, to fund shit that I do like. Because the truth is, I think at this... Okay, I'm going to get existential for a moment. Emily is carrying the baby. And just to talk gooey stuff for a minute, the cord... I can't remember the name of it. I've just got a mental block. 6 o'clock in the morning. Fuck off. 7 o'clock in the morning, still fuck off. The cord has attached itself to the back of the womb. Girly stuff. Which means the baby is developing at the front of the womb. Which means there's already a bump starting. And Em said to me the other day, give me a hand! And put my hand on her. And I'm like, not at this time in the morning, love. And she said, no. Put my hand on her tummy. You can feel a little wriggling. And it's just like, oh my God, reality is like, hello, you gotta change. So that's hugely visceral now. And that, I guess this is my way of saying I'm having a baby and everything's going to change. And I was very aware that I'd done this beautiful let's do a question because I was tired and I just couldn't be bothered is the wrong word, but I didn't have the time or the energy, and it takes an awful lot of this to make a YouTube video. You can be physically awake, but if your brain isn't into it, then you're not going to do much. So I literally just said at the time, I'm tired. What about you? Where are you doing? What's going on? And we got about 12, 13 video responses from that video alone. I'm really enjoying what's going on. It seemed that the Figure Force thing seems to have calmed down a little bit, but that's good because it means we're all leading proper lives and then doing our fun things when the fun things are appropriate. Because we've all got stuff. Rudy's having little uns. I'm having little uns. It's all going on. So, my collection is something that I love dearly. And I put a picture up on Facebook the other day of my Detolfs in the living room, which Emily killed the other day because she ripped one of the wires off the LED strips, which I've got to go and fix properly. They're not, the LED strips that I've got aren't quite right. I've digressed. I love my collection. But the collection that I've got isn't the collection that I want. The collection that I've got is the collection that I would have wanted 6 years ago. Because that's how it is. It takes so long to evolve all of this crap that by the time you get there, what you thought you wanted isn't necessarily what you want anymore. I mean, I'm going to pick this up. Look, you don't know where I live, so you can't come around and steal my speakers. So this is making me happy at the moment. The music stuff, doing some music. Dave is particularly smashing the music at the moment. I'm very envious of his foresight for it. But if I do that, look, that is 5 massive, oversized robot dinosaurs. They make me extraordinarily happy. Bone Crusher, Blackout, the God 11 Megatron, this ridiculous thing, hang on if you'll excuse me, this ridiculous thing which I'm going to fix today. 1, 2, 3. Look, Tony, you can adjust. That makes me very happy. I've just bought another one of these. Doing it again. I've just bought another one of these. Because, see this? 07 or Revenge of the Fallen. You see this stuff? This stuff stops. So I've just got another one of these with just a few augments and the most beautiful gun you've ever seen. Which makes it the Dark of the Moon one. I don't give a f*** what other people think anymore. It just doesn't make any difference. I like the movies. I like movie toys. I like massive KO movie toys. I like Optimus Primes. And there's a lot of Optimus Primes that I'm not in love with. So I'm going to sell loads of the Optimus Primes that I'm not in love with. And I'm going to turn my 150 odd Optimus Primes, maybe more than that, into 60, 70 of just the most banging Optimus Primes. And I'm just going to do an Optimus Prime display, which is one that I'm proud of, instead of just one which is just, look how many Optimus Primes I've got. Quantity doesn't matter. There's a guy that I follow on Facebook who has got like 2 whole rooms full of Optimus Primes. And to be honest with you, I think he's slightly mentally ill, because he's done a lot of complaining recently, saying that all of this stuff that he's got is getting in the way of his house and his home and his kids, and I can't afford that anymore. So because of the way things are at the moment, I'm going to condense. I'm just going to squish everything down into something that I really like, and something that releases a smidgen of the equity that I've put into it over the years. And to be honest with you, it's also mildly exciting to sell things, because I've put some stuff up for sale that I thought would go really well, and I put some, I'm looking at it over this. I put some stuff up that I thought would sell really quickly, and some of it hadn't sold quickly at all. And other bits sold very quickly. And it's quite exciting to have cash in your hand, or your PayPal account, where people buy something and they go, brilliant. And they then love the thing that they've got, because they've never owned it before. So that then physical thing, that piece of plastic, is then getting the recognition that it deserves, that maybe you don't give it anymore, because I'm very much into the universe, and things should be loved, and if you're not loving it, you should give that thing to someone else that's going to love it. And then in return, I've got money in my pocket, which I don't have to, we've got enough money between us to bring up a child, but then the money that I've got in this very physical, tangible form that I can go and spend on things, I can actually then think, well, what am I doing with my collection? And if I maybe have 1/3 of the collection that I've got now, but the third that I've got is absolutely amazing fucking stuff, then fantastic. And more importantly, I just don't do Transformers anymore because of Figure Force, which has been a fantastic thing. I'm loving Mask. I bought Centurions. There's loads of other tap that I like as much as Transformers, that makes me happy. The Fast and the Furious cars that I bought recently, absolutely magnificent. But there's so much other crap around them that they don't look or feel special. So it's time to condense. It's time to rein things in a little bit. Take the stuff that makes me feel joy and keep it. And take the stuff that's just, no, well, it's just in the collection, and maybe move that on to some other things. I might even just put a couple of £100 worth together and talk to Paul or something like that, or just do a bulk lot. Just because there's no point in being precious about it and putting a really big hefty price tag on it because of my ego. I'd rather just release the equity in it, have some money in the bank to buy toys, and not feel guilty about having baby clothes and swaddles and bibs and all that kind of crap. 15 minutes I've been doing this. It was going to be a quickie. It's probably convoluted. None of this has made sense whatsoever, but I haven't been able to make a video because there's been so much that I need to get out of my brain hole through my mouth that I need to do it. I'm very sorry about the swearing. I'm going to try and edit as much out as possible to be bollocks. My name has been Smuzno. There's no one anymore. It's just Smuzno. And I'm having a baby. So is Emily.